Buddy, welcome to the remote version of 220 Takes.
Hmm.
This is episode 12, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what we agreed on. That's what we saw. Episode 12. Um, we're all on Thanksgiving break, so that's why we're doing this at home. Um, as always, I don't, you guys, if you
You know
guys are
who we're
watching,
hey, our
we
names are
don't need to
shown, I
introduce
think.
ourselves
I think our
anymore.
names are shown on the
Yeah.
Zoom.
No, I don't think so.
We don't need to introduce ourselves anymore. We got followers now. They know who we are.
If you want to know what our names
Um,
are, just go look at the last episode.
yeah. Um, as always, we got a full agenda on the plate today. We'll talk about, funny enough, we talk about plates because of what's happening on Thursday.
True.
We're
True.
gonna be filling up on some plates.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
anyway, we'll talk about what's been going on with us recently. We'll jump into some news. Bears Packers, obviously. Um, and then we'll talk about our parlay and then make our picks for next week. Capper Glazer hater
Yep.
sprinkled in there, obviously. But let's just jump right into it. Why don't we?
Sounds good. Personal life,
Um,
right?
on Wednesday we had our intramural basketball game. It was playoffs. We had a first
Mhm.
round bye, um, and we won. We're
We did
like that.
win,
Woohoo.
Yeah.
which moves us
I
into the
actually scored.
semifinals.
Yep.
Two
Yeah, I
twice,
actually
twice.
scored 5 points. Five
Yeah, we need
points.
to talk about Connor's performance. Legendary
Uh,
run.
I assisted him on both of them, so I'd
Yep.
like to take half the credit.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm. Good pass. Great pass.
Great pass.
Great passes.
Connor just got to his spots, man. And
Mhm.
bang. That's all I gotta say.
I realized, I didn't score in the regular season because there were no stakes.
True.
Now it's playoffs. There's stakes. I'm like, oh, I got to lock in.
True.
Let me score,
And
True.
now we
and that's
get
what I did.
And now we get a matchup against our football foes that helped knock us, not even into the playoffs. We got Vanilla Vic or Grady Dick,
Yeah.
as we're calling him now.
Yeah.
So we got
If you
them
know, you
next
know.
round. If you know, you know.
Hmm. We're
But
We
locked
won't.
in though. We're
yeah,
locked
Oh,
in.
actually, I was gonna say we won't talk about how our football season went, but we did talk about them in our
yeah, they know.
beginning
Yeah, we did.
beginning episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um, but 5-0
yeah.
semifinals.
I can't believe it.
Need one more to make it to the big dance.
Yep. The ship.
Shit.
The last dance.
Oh, I'm excited.
Um,
ISU actually, they're playoff bound for football.
I saw that.
really?
And the coach is up for
Yeah.
Coach of the Year. Hey,
No,
I
no,
know.
no home playoff game though.
No, but
That'd be sick.
hey, we're going to the championship if they make it.
It
I have no
it is
clue
in
though.
Missouri though.
Oh.
Like, when is it?
SEMO, southeastern Missouri.
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
starts, well, it's got to start soon, right? So I
Yeah,
imagine it's
I would
not in a
think so.
dome.
Yeah,
Probably
probably
not.
not.
That's cool. At least our football team was good one of the years we were here.
Hmm.
True. True. Um, what else? What else was in there? Oh,
Ooh,
Thanksgiving.
November 30th.
Oh,
November
November
30th when it
30th.
starts. So we'll
Okay.
be back.
Yeah,
We won't be back.
November
Maybe.
30th at 11 a.m.
Ooh. Catch that on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to tune in at home.
Um,
Um, but yeah, Thanksgiving's on Thursday. We talked about last episode what would have been going on our plate.
Yep.
Maybe we should have saved that for this episode since this is Thanksgiving week.
Hey, I still have the clip. I never posted the clip, so I can post it at some point today, tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think it fit that episode well. We
Yeah.
had the Thanksgiving ambiance video going
True.
on. Um, I'm just I'm just excited to eat. If I'm being
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, over
Over.
under 3.5 plates.
Over under
Three and a
three?
half
That's the bar?
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking like do you get the same thing every time? Or are you like starting to dwindle down like what you
over
get
over
each
over
plate?
under eight and
Like,
a half rolls.
Oh,
oh,
over.
I'm
Over.
smashing the over, bro.
Over,
I'm
bro.
smashing the over.
How many rolls are going on that
Come
first plate?
on, man.
Three?
3.
Yeah, because you gotta be polite.
Yep.
You don't want to take four.
That's because no, because like you got to get one for a sandwich,
Okay.
one while you're eating on the way back to the table, and
Oh, I
then
kind
one
of
you just put
kind of
butter on
like
and eat it.
that. The mobile
And then
roll.
and then do you just kind of
The
you just
mobile
kind of
roll.
wait you just kind of wait till everybody gets full and then you kind of just like mosey your way back over to
Exactly.
the table to get more?
Hey,
Hmm.
I don't mind
Hmm.
that. That's, it's a
Or
little
is all
polite.
your or is all your family, they eat good like you?
What is
No, they
You're
don't,
the one he's laughing
and
at.
that's why I like that. There'd be
Yeah.
like there'd be like 6 rolls left when everybody's done,
Hey,
and I'm like,
and
oh, I could get some of that.
Those
yeah, you
rolls hate
know,
to see Connor coming.
they're they're
Yeah, they
probably gonna
do.
get
They're
thrown
like,
out
oh, we
anyways,
made it.
man.
We made it.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you did not make it to the end of the dinner because
Yeah.
Big C's coming. Big
Big
C's
C,
coming.
Big C, the boom. Did we talk about Thanksgiving plans? Like, Evan,
That's
did
what I was
you
just
talk?
gonna ask.
Okay,
But
okay.
if you guys want to go first.
I can go first because I don't really have a lot of plans. We got some family coming in from South Carolina, and we're all gonna get together with them, and then the rest of the family. So a little reunion.
What town
But
do they live in?
Hmm. Hmm.
in South Carolina,
Yeah.
they're in Greenville.
What street?
I don't know.
House number?
Zip code.
I'm gonna not share any of that. But
Okay. Okay.
anyways,
Oh.
on to Connor, now.
Okay.
Besides
Yeah.
eating the
I'm.
rolls.
Yeah. I don't have like a nothing big. I think my grandma's coming over. Um, watching some football. That's pretty much it. Low key. It's gonna be a low key Thanksgiving.
I like that. I like that.
Low
True.
key. More food for me though.
True.
Well, I got a pretty packed day on Thanksgiving. I cannot
Yeah,
lie.
not low
Um,
key.
I'm first I wake up and I got to go to a football game. It's like a family football game,
Ooh, like a turkey bowl.
and it's on my girlfriend's side of the family. They do like a with all the cousins. They do like a football game. So I got to go do that. Show out,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
Um, then I'm gonna come back. That football game's at 10. Come back, eat Thanksgiving dinner, and then we're leaving at 3:30 to go to the Packer game at I think 7:25 or
Hmm.
7:15
Hmm.
when it's
Nice.
at.
Nice.
And that's gonna be my day. It's gonna be pretty packed, but I'm excited
Hmm.
because I've never been to a football game on Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm hoping for, a good Thanksgiving win.
A win.
And I
Yeah.
Yep.
hope that they serve like maybe like
I
Thanksgiving
was just
themed
gonna
food
say that'd be
there.
cool.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really cool.
But
They
yeah,
maybe like a Black Friday casino trip.
If you still got money left,
Who's
man.
in? I do.
bro, I thought we were gonna go during Christmas break.
It's true.
Hey,
Hey,
we can do both, bro.
yeah, it's true,
It's
man. It's
true.
true. It's true. You can see how we're feeling, man.
We'll see though.
Well, they got deals on
So,
the slots. Is that what I'm hearing? A Black Friday deals on
that's
the
probably what
slots,
it is,
Hey,
bro. Hey, buy
if they do, I'm there.
spend $100, get a
like
free $20.
like the piggies are like 20% more fat.
Whoa,
Hmm. Oh,
that'd be crazy.
that's dangerous.
Hey,
That's
Huff,
dangerous.
and even more Puff.
Oh,
Yeah.
3 wheel.
Pretty wheels.
Oh, I like that. I like that. We'll probably save our casino trip for winter break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump.
Yeah.
Unless anybody has anything else to say, let's jump over to
No, no.
some news.
All right.
Some
Let's do it.
news.
Well, A big one. Pacheco's off the IR,
Hmm.
so he's coming back. Kind of give the Chiefs. I don't know if they really need it, but another boost.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do think
It's
he's
good.
coming back this week.
Yeah, he was a full
Okay.
participant in practice
Yeah.
yesterday and I think today as well.
Hmm.
Um, but that'll be good for them because they've been kind of bouncing around with I think Kareem Hunt's who they have now for like their primary, but they've been
Yeah.
bouncing around ever since he got hurt. And it's good news for a lot of
Yeah.
fantasy owners as well.
Kareem Hunt's been a big help to them
Yeah,
because
he
he
has.
he's been their workhorse since he went down, and he's actually been performing well.
Mm.
I heard
Little
he's been doing
reunion
some
for
punting
Kareem Hunt.
too.
He's been doing some punting. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
Oh, you can't see Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're
Yeah. No, I
still
had to
my
put these
flow.
on. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I
'Cause
look.
all right, you look pretty studious,
No,
man.
he's no, I'm not putting these on,
Oh man. Okay, fine.
Do you think that
man.
Pacheco's that's going to do a lot for them, or do you think they're kind of just like, they're in a pretty good group right now? Do you think it will do anything more for them?
I mean,
And how well
obviously
will he
getting
do on
healthier
his
helps.
first time back?
I don't know. Like obviously getting healthier helps in that regards, but I mean, like you said, Kareem Hunt's been doing, probably as good as a normal starting running back would do. So I just think having that 1-2 punch, and especially Pacheco as like a receiving back, I think that'll be good
Yeah.
because maybe they can drop more plays like that. But I mean, the
Yeah.
Chiefs will be the Chiefs, man.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
Agree.
I mean, adding another weapon like that will never hurt a team.
Hmm.
Um, it'll just probably depend on how they ease him into the game after coming off of his injury. Um, I doubt he'll be like the workhorse this week, but maybe in the coming weeks he'll start to get more and more carries away from Kareem Hunt, and then eventually becoming the
I
number
don't
one
know
back
though,
again.
because I think he was limited last week, and that's when he didn't play, but I think he was really close. And
Mhm.
if he's full participant in practice this week, you would think that that's
Yeah,
showing
but
that
that's
he's,
practice, you know.
yeah, but
Practice.
they're doing like
Talking
actual
about practice.
tackling during practice though. So I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
usually
but
full
you're not.
participants are
I
like,
don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah, I guess we'll see. Okay. Connor, you had some,
Obviously, we're not. None of us are Andy Reid, so
No,
yeah, yeah.
we can't
no.
really
You,
determine for sure.
Connor, you had some playoff implications, some playoff
Oh
berths
yeah.
or
Oh
Scenarios.
chances
yeah,
for
yeah,
guys,
yeah, yeah.
chances for people to, make the playoffs, clinch the playoffs this week already.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
there are a couple scenarios. The easiest scenario to go over is the Bills. If they if they win and Miami loses to the Packers, the Bills clinch the AFC East division title.
Which is pretty likely, I'd say.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
it's a good
then
chance.
we move over to the Chiefs, and this is where it would start to get a bit complicated for to clinch this week because they need there's a lot of different possibilities that happen. They can they clinch a playoff berth with a win and a Miami loss or tie, a win or a Denver loss, a win with a Chargers loss and a Denver tie, or if the Chiefs tie and the Dolphins lose, they clinch a berth. So I feel like a lot of this could probably happen. I do think the Dolphins are going to lose on Thursday.
Yeah, I agree.
I saw a stat. I was
So,
gonna say this when we were gonna talk about the Packers Bears game or the just like the yeah that section, but I'm bringing it up now. I saw a stat that under like 30 like in 35-degree weather or like under 35-degree weather, something like that, to us 0 and 11,
Man,
yeah,
and it's gonna
makes
be
I
like
sense.
remember them
it's
playing the
gonna be
Chiefs
like
last
20s.
year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that Chiefs game they got bodied. But it's gonna be a cold one in Green Bay, you said?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cold, and I saw maybe chance of snow one day. So we'll
Ooh,
see.
that might be cool.
It's gonna be a very Green Bay or Lambeau Field-esque, game. I think it will play a lot into them, a strength to them, just because
Hmm.
they've been practicing in it, all week. So it's been pretty cold. But
Yeah.
well, thanks for those playoff implications, Connor.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
you're welcome.
A big one of the week actually, that we almost forgot to talk about, or even bring up was the Daniel Jones cut,
Oh yeah.
which was like, I mean, it's not that I don't agree with it. Well,
It's a little
yeah,
shocking.
it's a little shocking, but like also not at the same time. But it was like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're not gonna get
Yeah.
better. The guys you have on your roster aren't better than Daniel Jones. They're probably the like worse or the same. And like, then he asked to be cut, right?
Mm.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Kind of feel bad for him, kind of don't at the same time because I feel like it's good for him to get out of there. And he also got paid, so
I
it's
mean,
like,
he still got those paychecks coming in.
True.
yeah.
True.
Um, but I don't know. You guys surprised by it?
I was a little bit surprised. I feel like I thought that they were just going to wait till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they're definitely out of the playoffs by now, so I don't know why you don't just let them play out the rest of the season and then cut them and then probably like draft a new QB. But yeah, I do think that's an interesting scenario for the Giants to be in.
yeah. Because they're
Yeah.
probably gonna have to draft another quarterback.
Hey, Shadur.
Hmm.
You never know, man. But yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. It was a little shocking. Kind of like, I mean, I basically agree with everything Connor said with it. You don't really make a change like that during the season when you're going nowhere. But I
Hmm.
mean, as soon as I saw he was playing safety at practice, man, I knew he was either gone or he
Hmm.
was just gonna sit out. But yeah, I
Scout
basically
team
agree with everything
safety.
Connor
I
said.
am
I know.
I am interested to see what happens with Brian Dable because
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I do think he's not a bad coach, right? Like
no.
it's just that like he's been in a bad spot for the last couple of years. He led
yeah,
them to didn't he lead them to the playoffs a couple of years ago
yeah,
when he won Coach of the Year, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so I wonder if they'll keep him around with a new QB
Mm-hmm.
and then see where they go from there.
yeah,
But it definitely would be interesting to see if they fire him and just rebuild, new coach, new QB, just
Right.
whole new thing. Something that
yeah.
the
I
Bears
mean,
aren't familiar with.
Yeah, no, the Bears are not familiar with that at all. So maybe they should fire the coach just so they don't go down the path of the Chicago Bears.
yeah. I mean, I guess the Giants situation is a little bit. It's blown up, like it's in the spotlight because obviously they were on Hard Knocks, so you kind of see like
Yeah.
obviously everything's a little bit exaggerated, but
Hmm.
I don't know. There was something weird about like just that team in general on Hard Knocks, I feel like, and their owner was just like I felt like he was kind of weird. Just something not right. Seems like kind of like a Cowboys organization type situation where it's just like
Hmm.
they just seem to like never make the right moves, and their owners are like because in Hard Knocks their owner was like they were getting rid of Saquon, and they were like, oh, like he was our most popular player that we've ever had. Like, who cares how
Hmm.
popular he is? Like, how good is he? Like, that's what really
Right.
matters. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seemed weird, I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
And I do want to say that like everybody is clowning on the Giants for like getting rid of Saquon because of how good he's been this year, but he wouldn't be putting up these numbers
No,
back in New York.
no.
So
And
I think it
Brian,
was
yeah,
a good I think it was a the good way to get rid of him because you send him off somewhere better and you save money in the long
Hmm.
run. But I mean, yeah, it hurts because I think Saquon said he wanted to stay there,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
he wouldn't be having
Uh-oh.
these career numbers back in New York. And I do
Yeah.
Yeah.
have a question kind of regarding it. Well, I can ask later, but
All right.
Okay. Connor, I think you had brought up when we were talking about this, the Mike McCarthy thing, with like
oh yeah,
Jerry Jones saying something about him getting an extension.
Yeah, Jerry Jones had said today, I think, that um, extending Mike McCarthy isn't crazy. And I don't know, we've talked about earlier in the year that, when we bring up coaches that are on the hot seat, Mike McCarthy is usually on that discussion that we would have. Um, and I mean, sure, this year he's been dealt a bad hand. I mean, Dak's been injured or he got hurt. But I mean, even before then, they still weren't really performing all that well.
Hmm.
So, I mean, maybe it is time to look at maybe extending him is crazy and get a new look, get a fresh new look out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry
But
Jones though, man, he's
I mean,
set in his
if
ways.
Jerry Jones is if he's already saying that in November,
Yeah.
then I don't think he'll probably just give McCarthy the benefit of the doubt, be like, oh, Dak got injured, you didn't get like a good year this year, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like
But
there's like,
we'll see. We'll see
oh,
what
go ahead.
happens.
I was gonna say it's not like there's like, there's some good possible head coaching candidates out there, you know? So
Hmm.
like you
Yeah.
got Ben Johnson, we talk about Ben Johnson all the time. He can go to Chicago, but other than that, like you got guys who are out there that would want to be a head coach. So it's like, why not just get rid of the old and bring in some new, you know?
Right.
But that's
Hmm.
that's not how
I'd
they
love to be
roll
a head
now.
coach.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we were thinking. Nah, but you know Jerry, man.
Yeah.
Jerry doesn't like new.
Yeah.
I feel like if he's saying it right now and just like knowing how he's always been, he's not gonna go back on that. He's just gonna
Hmm.
stick to what
Yeah.
he said and doesn't care about what anybody else says. He's not gonna get pushed over by anybody else, which is
Mm-mm.
like a good trait to have in some scenarios, but like when it's like what's best for your organization, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you guys though. That was it for the news. There wasn't a lot besides obviously the Daniel Jones cut. But we got questions. Connor, you said you had some questions.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay.
Um, Kind of going off what we were talking about a little bit ago with Saquon and the season he's been having, and this kind of goes back to last year too, where everybody was saying McCaffrey should be the MVP or whatever.
Mm.
Um, do you think? Do you think? And when do you think we will see another non QB MVP?
Hmm. I mean, we could probably, I don't want to say this year. It's hard because with this year, I mean, it could be a good year because, no quarterback is really, because it was mostly we have Lamar and Josh Allen, in that MVP slot.
Hmm.
They're having good seasons, but like, no one's having that standout year. So I mean, if Saquon keeps
Right.
going the way he's going, he breaks the single season rushing record, gets way more touchdowns, obviously continues how he's playing, why not give him the MVP? You
Hmm.
know? Because
Right.
right now he's also keeping the Eagles championship hopes alive. Like I feel like it's almost
Hmm.
like he's reviving that team because they started off slow and then he got injured and they were doing all right. Like now, like the Eagles could win the division now. And that was something, we weren't
Yeah.
100% sure about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I think Saquon definitely should have higher odds than he has, and he can win it this season. But I don't know. It's hard to beat out QBs sometimes, especially with,
Yeah.
how popular the ones up there are.
Yeah.
So,
Uh, yeah. I mean, do I think that someone do I think someone will deserve it down the line to win it over a quarterback? Yes. But like, do I think it will happen soon or anytime soon? No. I think if someone was going to win the MVP over a quarterback, it would have been 2 years ago for Cooper Cup.
oh yeah,
Like he probably should have won it, and like he has the triple crown, and like didn't mean really anything, you know.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
offensive player of the year, but it's like why I don't really get like the whole like making the quarterback thing, the quarterback like the favorite out of any position to win. I get that it's up there, but I think that you have to take into I don't know, you have to I just think that it should just be open to more more positions because even when I think about it too, and it's just how it is. That's why I think about it like this. Is just I only think quarterbacks, you know.
Mm,
But I
Hmm.
think if it was going to happen, it would have been Cooper Cup, and then that never happened, and that's why I think that it's just not going to happen anytime soon unless there's just some crazy,
yeah.
push or narrative
Yeah.
from NFL players to be like, why are we not picking this guy? I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I do think that if it happens again, it'll probably be a running back
Hmm.
because I think the last non QB, I think was Adrian Peterson to win MVP,
Hmm.
and then the last defensive player to win MVP, I think, was Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, which was a while
So
ago.
that, yeah, and like I do think that Watt should have won that one year. I think in like 2014 or whatever when Aaron Rodgers beat him. I think. Um, but yeah, I think it if it doesn't happen soon, it probably won't happen ever again. Probably unless somebody has like
I don't even
record
know.
breaking year.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it would have to be an insane year. But
Yeah,
it definitely, I don't think it'll happen for a defensive player,
hmm
No,
yeah,
which is sad because you're completely erasing an entire side of the ball. But
exactly.
like if
I
TJ
agree.
Watt or Miles Garrett don't get it sometime soon, then
Yeah.
it's just hard too because
cooked, cooked.
I feel like every single play of every single game, you see it in the quarterback's hands,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
that's a big part of it, and like teams are so good now and there's so many good players that it's just like it's hard for a defensive player to sometimes like be in the spotlight like that much in a game, like
Yeah.
I don't know. And especially when the quarterback is so involved. I get it why people do it, but I also wish it was a little bit different. So good question though. Do you have another one?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one more. Um, should Eberflus be fired, which we've talked about a lot, and Thomas Brown have a head coaching trial for the rest of the season?
Mm,
Um, well, do I think Eberflus should be fired? Obviously, yeah. I mean, last game, I don't know, man. I'll get into more, I'll talk more about that, but actually, maybe I'll talk about it now. Like, Eberflus, the whole reason we're keeping him around, right, is because he calls a good defense. Well, we did
Hmm.
not see a good defense last game. We saw a
Yeah.
lot of penalties. We saw a lot of just not executing. Tyreek Stevenson got cooked. Jalen Johnson, I won't say he got cooked, but he definitely looked, that was definitely his worst game of the year. But, if
Hmm.
we now have a defense that's giving up yards and points, we're getting destroyed by the run. So, I mean, that just leaves you at why is he here? He literally said in his interview that the only reason he threw the challenge flag on that Jordan Addison catch was because it was an explosive play, bro. He's like, oh, yeah, we saw that explosive play, so we threw a flag. What? I don't know. But then to go back, I like
Yeah,
Thomas Brown a
that's
lot.
crazy.
I know, I know.
Yeah,
I literally
I do like
I
Thomas Brown.
I like Thomas Brown. I like his energy. I heard that it would be him or I don't know why, but him or the special teams coach. That would be the interim head coach.
It'd probably
So
be him, I think.
it would probably be
Probably.
him,
Oh
especially
no,
with
or maybe they probably just want to keep him at offensive coordinator
right, and maybe go with
but
instead
he
of
could
giving
do
him that
both.
like promotion.
right, yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, I
I don't know.
think yeah.
I did see a tweet that said if the Bears lose on Thursday, then the tradition of not firing a coach midseason might vanish,
I mean, I hope 6 game losing streak is.
might
I
end.
mean, but it's the
Which,
Lions, but still,
yeah, it's the
Depends how
Lions
they
who
lose,
the
probably.
Bears always play good against the Lions. Like
I know.
last year, we split with them,
And I went to the
and they
game they won.
almost made the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And who knows?
it's just
I
like
feel like
Thanksgiving.
even though I don't know, I don't want to say I feel like they could win, but like or like that they will win, but I feel like they could.
Can we just?
Yeah.
I just want to stop losing
I don't think it's going to
at
be
the
like a
end.
blowout.
No, and we'll probably be in the lead the whole game and then give up like a game-winning field goal or something at the
Yeah,
end. We all know that's how it's gonna
right.
go. I will say really quickly, I wasn't expecting to win this last game, but that's going a little too
Yeah,
far
me
into
neither.
now.
Good on them though. Caleb looked great, and first offensive or first onside kick recovery of the season
Yeah,
goes to the
they
Bears.
0 for 9 until Cairo. He knows how to kick the ball low. I'll
I
say
think
that.
I think we're cursed, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
Seems like it. Um, I have a question. It can be our last one if we want it to be, unless Chris, you had a question too.
I do not.
Okay. We talked a little about Daniel Jones. What are some potential landing spots that you see him going to, or a place you think would be good for him, whether it's him being a starter or backing up somebody?
I
Kyrie, do you
think
want
the
to talk
best
about
landing
that?
spot for him would be, I don't know, his local Jewel Osco bag and grocery
Oh
because
yeah, I heard they were
he is
looking
not
into him,
good.
man. Yeah.
Um, if he does, if he gets another job, it won't be as a starter.
Mhm.
I thought it would have been funny if the Cowboys signed him
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
that's what I
then
was gonna say.
played the Giants on Thursday and they won. I think that would have been funny. Um, obviously that's not going to happen now. It's too quick, too early for or too late for that. But he won't get another starting job anywhere. Um, he'll get a backup job somewhere. I don't know, a team that's. I couldn't even tell you a team
Hey,
that has like
you know
a
where he's
backup
going?
problem. Maybe the Dolphins.
No, no, no. Here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna stay right where he's at, man, and he's gonna join Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, bro.
Mm,
He can rot away in New York over and over for the rest of his career, man. He'll just back up Rodgers until Rodgers is done
Which could be anytime
in a
soon.
couple weeks. Yeah.
I did
No, they
see
won't sign him.
on the news article I was looking at. It said Rodgers is unsure of his future, but he wants to stay in New York.
So is he going to the Giants?
No, they're drafting Cam Ward.
They're drafting Cam Ward. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a mock draft as it gets closer. We got time though.
True.
Hmm. No, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hop over to Packers Bears then. I know you guys were talking about it a little bit before.
I
I
know.
did
I will
watch the
say, I will say, I I might need to get out of here soon.
Okay.
all right.
Um,
Like what time?
6:30 probably at the latest.
Okay.
okay. Well,
Well,
we can do Bears, Packers, and
we can do
then
Bears Packers and then you can get off.
yeah.
And me and Chris will finish it. We
Okay.
won't be that
Okay.
long.
All right.
Okay.
I'll type
Yes.
my Capper Glazer hater in the chat, and then you guys can.
Okay, we'll read. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
see.
Um so yeah, you obviously I watched the game. I didn't think that they were even gonna have a chance at the end. I did think that Caleb Williams played really good.
Hmm.
Continues to get
Mhm.
better. And it's a big part of the offensive coordinator. Um, but yeah, it just seems like you guys are unlucky. And I was actually rooting for the Bears to win because it helps out the Packers if they
Yeah.
do. But yeah, what do you guys think?
Connor, you can go first.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't catch the beginning of the game, but I catch the later parts. Um, I do think this was Caleb Williams' best game as a
Hmm.
QB. Not because I mean he played better probably like if you look at like stats or whatever against like the Panthers or Jaguars, but I mean this was his first game against like a real like top 10 defense, and he looked great. He was slinging. I mean that first throw to Keenan or whatever, where like the two guys he just threw it right in between them. I mean that
Yeah,
was a great throw. That throw on the run to the sideline to DeAndre
Oh, that was
Swift. Oh, that
beautiful.
was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Um, he's finally looking like the guy that we drafted. It took a little bit to get there, but um, I it's just look he's looking he's grown so much over the season. He's now officially the rookie passing leader for the Bears.
Yep. Low bar, but
Um, and I'm excited to see his growth for the rest of the season, the off season, going into next season, hopefully with a new coach and a new scheme
hmm
that really showcases his talent. But man, other than getting unlucky at the end, I mean, we got the onside kick, drove down the field to get the, which also great throw by Kale to DJ Moore
Yeah.
to get us in the field goal range. I was so worried Cairo's kick was going to get blocked again.
Yeah.
But he made it. We go into OT, win the coin toss,
Oh man.
need to go 3-and-out, and then our defense turns into Swiss cheese, and we lose. Like it's just he should have
Yeah.
been he should have been fired on Monday. But
I
you're not gonna. I mean, when you have a game on Thursday, you're not gonna fire a coach going into a Thursday game. But I
yeah.
do agree that I think if we lose on Thursday, he's gone.
I really hope so.
But that's all I have on the matter.
Um yeah, to kind of build off that, obviously you covered everything about Caleb, I would have said. I'm so glad. I'm so glad he's progressing and he seems like he's being like, less structured with the ball. Like I mean, like he's willing to make those throws that, he was kind of making in college, or he's like, all right, I'm just gonna trust myself and let it rip, which I really like. But the main thing I really want to talk about was once again, I really feel like we don't practice. I really feel like we just show up on game day and play. So, but also that our coaches are not good at adjusting when things happen. Like Eberflus plays the same defense in the same scenario of every single game, so teams know what to do. They know we play deep zones at the end of half, so what do? They just throw the ball and it works. They get minimum yard gains, end up getting in field goal range. Um, Special teams, another blocked field goal. Come on. I'm the same way too. They loaded up that gap. Cairo kicks it way too low, but special teams coordinator, they apparently didn't talk about that. Offense is adjusting, at least right now. That's the only side of the ball that I'm happy about. But yeah, I mean, Matt Eberflus does the same thing every game, every game, every game. And I just think in order to win football games to be successful, you got to be able to adjust with how the team, like based on who you're playing. And they didn't. They covered Justin
Speaking of somebody
Jefferson.
stuck in their ways, bro, when we were talking about Jerry, but
Facts,
Eberflus is the same way.
facts, facts.
Sorry for interrupting,
No,
but
no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, last thing, I mean, the game plan obviously was take Jefferson out, which we did. But when Jordan Addison starts to heat up, maybe you back off and start, looking at maybe taking Jordan Addison away. And I know obviously Justin Jefferson said he's okay with his teammates, getting more yards than that. But it's just when someone's cooking you that bad and you're not doing anything about it, like that just looks bad on the coaching perspective. But I mean, overall, just a good game. I don't care about not winning. I'm just happy Caleb is playing good. That's what I have to
yeah.
say. That's all I got.
Okay. Yeah. Packers game. It went about how I thought it would go.
Mm,
Since like Brock Purdy was out. Um, but obviously you like to see that when a team it does have like an injury like that, and you don't want like it to be a close game because that's obviously a bad sign. Um, but I I am tired of hearing people say like the only reason that we won is because, they I'm just seeing it like on Twitter or whatever, people saying, "Oh, the only reason we won is because, they had whatever Bosa was out and Purdy was out." Like there's no excuses. Like this is the NFL. Like everybody has a good player and their quarterback didn't even play bad. Like he really didn't
mm,
play that bad. Um, I mean, we played 2 weeks in a row with our backup quarterback and won both games. Like you could have traded for Malik Willis if you wanted to as a back, for a backup quarterback, just like we did. Um, but I thought they really relied on Josh Jacobs, as Chris said, kind of in the beginning. I thought he's just done great things for us this year, and um, we kind of like I was kind of debating with my family, not debating, but we were talking about like the difference between like Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs and all that, and like the Packers training him. Um, I feel good about the decision that they made, like
Yeah,
now, just
I
because
agree.
I feel like
Hmm.
Josh Jacobs makes plays that Aaron Jones couldn't make, and he's such like he breaks so many more tackles,
Yeah, he's a lot more
and
physical.
yes, and like he's just so much more like durable and reliable. Like he's not gonna be hurt. Like he's been like I think he's been on the injury report like almost every single week, and he's played every week.
Yeah.
Like he's just a more durable back. He's going to be able to sustain more hits, and he just I don't know, he just does things that Aaron Jones couldn't do. And it's I like to see that he got 3 touchdowns because um he needs to be rewarded for kind of what he gives the Packers, and he's a big reason why they've been pretty successful this year. Um, and I mean it's the 49ers. They're coached by Shanahan. Like he is one of the best offensive minded coaches in the league. If anybody can win a game with a backup quarterback, it's him. Like I don't know. I it was just it's how you wanted a game to go, playing a team like that. And I don't think that we're gonna have to meet up with them in the playoffs.
Mm,
So um that's always good because we kind of suck first time in the playoffs, at least recently.
Hmm.
A lot of bad experiences. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't really have much to say about Jordan Love didn't throw a pick, so that was his
it's
first
true.
game this year without a pick.
Which is
I hope that
crazy.
only
Wow.
continues.
Yeah.
Um, so that was nice, and the defense played pretty well too. Xavier McKinney got his 7th pick of the season. Um, a lot of forced fumbles,
Damn.
but yeah, I'm looking forward to, and I'm really excited um, about this Thanksgiving game because I think with the win, it said if we beat the 49ers last Sunday, that if we lost, we had a 60% chance to make the playoffs. And if we won that game, it was like an 89% chance to make the playoffs with our
Yeah.
remaining schedule.
We're looking
So
at 3 NFC North teams probably at this point. Who knows?
probably. So, and I'm just hoping at this point, I'm just hoping for a better seeding spot
Mm,
so that we don't have to play like a really good team. But I
true.
think right now in the playoff picture, we have the sixth seed and we would play the Seahawks, which is, I'm not mad about that to be honest. But
That's not horrible. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good game, and I'm really excited about the upcoming game, especially because I'm going to it. But it's gonna
Yep.
be a good episode next week, I think. If I think
Should
we'll
be.
be able to talk about some of our Thanksgiving experiences, and
Hmm.
um, hopefully, I'm rooting for the Bears on Thanksgiving, man. I mean, I want them to get it done for the rest of the North.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
hope. I hope.
Connor, you got to head out.
Yeah, sorry I had to leave a bit early, but we had some technical difficulties at the start, which kind of
Yeah, that's
delayed
true.
our start of the video. But
And
True.
Connor has
hopefully you guys can
important
hold down the
things to
fort for the
attend
rest of
to.
this video.
Yeah, Connor's got to meet with the
Yeah.
government, I think.
I
Something
just
like
sent
that.
my Capper Glazer hater in the chat.
Okay.
So you guys can tell them what I picked.
Should
Um
we just
I'll
skip it this week? Skip the Capper Glazer
I'll
hater
see you
We
this
guys
week.
next
could.
week.
We could
Uh,
skip. All right.
a little shorter episode for the
Yeah, we'll do a little
holiday.
shorter episode. Oh, he left.
Okay.
Um, yeah, whatever you think. We'll talk. We can talk about the parlay at least, but
Yes.
whatever you else you think we should talk about, I'm down with. But
Let's
we'll
let's
skip Capper
do
Glazer Hater.
let's skip Clapper Glazer hater because we don't have our whiteboards. We can't,
Yeah, it's true. It won't be as fun.
yeah. Um, we'll either tweak it or get back to it next week.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Um, but we did something a little bit different this week with our parlay picks. We can talk about what we picked last week. I don't think we did well.
No, I know. I chose Anthony
I
Richardson. He did not score.
I chose Christian McCaffrey. He didn't score
Didn't
either, which
score.
is I don't even know.
And I don't even know what Connor said, but he probably didn't score.
Probably not. So we're gonna switch it up this week.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and we're just gonna pick the Thanksgiving games,
Yeah.
and hopefully you're listening to it before Thanksgiving. And if not, go back and check to see if we hit. I'm
Yes, probably
feeling
didn't. But it might. It
I'm
might.
no, I'm feeling confident about this one. We're not gonna do any touchdown scores. We're gonna do
Right.
actual lines.
I think that'll be
Um,
more successful.
yeah. So um, Chris, do you know what they are? Because
Um, oh yeah, I think.
I
Do you have
can
them
do
in
it.
front of you?
Yeah, I can do
Go
it.
ahead
I
and do
just
that
didn't know
because
if
I
you
don't.
wanted to say them.
No, you go ahead.
All right. First pick of
Mm-hmm.
the Thanksgiving parlay is Jared Goff under
Mm-hmm.
243 and a half passing yards.
I'm thankful for
Um,
that.
and we thought that this one would be a good one to pick because the Bears passing defense, especially. I know they had a little bit of last game
Yeah,
was not, but they hold quarterbacks to I think 190 yards or so per game. So, there's a 50-yard buffer in there.
right. And I feel like
So
they're going to be running it a lot more. If we get torches, it'll probably be by Montgomery if
yes.
he plays and Gibbs than the passing game.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something that Detroit will probably exploit because the pass defense for the Bears is a lot better than the run defense.
Mm.
Um, and then moving on to that second game, we thought this line was like, I don't know, it was just too hard not to take, considering he had two touchdown
Right.
passes the game before. But Cooper Rush over point 0.5 passing
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Against the
Um,
Giants? Come on, man. Come
don't know why that's the line, but
I don't know. Take it
if
now
you want,
then.
yes, if you want free money, put it in because that
Hmm.
is gonna hit.
Yeah, CD will go for 70 yards on one catch, hopefully. So,
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see that not happening.
yeah, I agree.
And then our
Oh,
last
yeah.
one, which I'll be hopefully seeing this happen in person.
Hmm.
Josh Jacobs over 71 and a half rushing yards. Um, I'm pretty sure he's probably averaged more than that this season, and um, they've been relying on him a lot recently.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah,
getting
he's
a majority of the
right.
snaps.
Yeah, he got like 26 carries last game,
Yeah.
something like that. He'll get
Um,
20 plus again, probably, especially with it being colder, maybe, you
yeah.
know.
And Miami, they their average for opponent rushing yards is like 115 or 119 or something like that. So like
Hmm.
that's what 35 or so more
Yeah.
than what his line's at. Like I don't know. I think that's especially with it being cold out,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna run. They're gonna rely on the run a lot.
Right. And if it's successful, keep doing it, you know? Why risk
Yeah,
throwing it, you know?
especially you definitely want to run the ball against a Miami team that's used to
Yeah.
because those hits hurt a
Oh yeah.
lot more,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're gonna get that first hit, and then it's gonna be like,
Yep.
oh, maybe you don't want to go and try and tackle them as hard, or like
Yeah.
you want to
Knocks the
maybe
wind out of you a little bit.
take an
So,
easier angle, or like
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So those are our picks, and I actually feel really confident about
I
those.
actually do too. Like I might actually put this in, you know.
I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in.
Yeah. I
It's
feel
like we
like
put all
that.
of them in. We put all of them in
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. But like this one specifically, I might put a little more money on, you know. So I
Yeah,
just feel
yeah, right.
like you said, I think it'll definitely be easier not choosing just touchdowns because it gives us
Hmm.
some sort of wiggle room, you know, with
Yeah.
actually doing stuff. But yeah, I mean, I really like these picks too.
Oh, I was thinking of because we're doing the week 13 picks next.
Mm.
Um, what are we gonna do about Connor's record? We don't even have our records from.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. And I forgot to put them in again. So,
Well, we'll ask Connor to send us his picks.
okay. And then I
Um,
will post. I mean, we can put
yes.
it in or I can actually post it on the TikTok too.
Yeah, if you want to post it on the TikTok, that'd be good.
Hmm.
Um, and then yeah, we'll just add up our last week's and this
Yeah,
week's on the next episode. This one's it's just kind of a struggle because we're not all together right now, so we're not
I
like
know.
constantly talking about it, but we'll get better over the Christmas break. We'll have a better schedule
Oh,
probably
yeah.
because yeah, it's
This
just kind of I
was
don't know, it's hard last
Well, it's
minute.
hard over the holidays, you know? Like people are
Yeah.
busy and for like you said, first time doing this and Connor's gotta do whatever he's gotta do, man. Just doesn't care. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it'll get better.
Hey, you can say what you want about him right now because he's not on,
It's true, he's not
and
here.
he
He won't
probably won't
watch
watch
it.
it.
It's true.
He actually
That's
probably will
true.
to go see if we say
Yeah, he
anything.
probably will. We'll probably talk about it too.
So, well, let's hop into our be 13 picks.
Yes.
Um, Starting out with the first game, Bears Lions. I know you'll be tuning in
I know
11:30.
11:30. I don't want to pick the Bears, but obviously I have to just cause. So I'll go Bears on a Thanksgiving Day upset just cause.
Okay. Um, it's hard to pick against the Lions. That's why
I
I'm not
know.
going to. Um, I want the Bears to win,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't see with the amount of weapons that the Lions have, um, being able to, outplay their offense.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
agree. I 100%
And
agree.
they're just so well coached, and at least when we played them, it was like they hardly made any mistakes. They hardly got any like penalties or anything. Like that was the worst thing about it. So like they're just a really clean football team
Yeah.
that doesn't make a lot of stupid mistakes, other than Van Campbell's riskiness. But like he hasn't really had to do that much this year because they've just
No.
been blowing teams out. So I'm gonna go Lions
I like that
for the
pick.
record.
Yep. For the yeah.
Giants Cowboys, a snooze fest of a
Oh,
Thanksgiving
snooze
game.
fest. Obviously, I'm just gonna go Cowboys. They actually looked pretty good against the Commanders for, the situation they're kind of in right now. And the Giants, they don't even know who's starting at QB right now. So
Nah,
I obviously got to go Cowboys.
yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys as well. I think you explained it
Mm,
well enough.
yep.
Um, Dolphins Packers. Um,
Go
you know
Packers, man.
I'm gonna
Yep.
go Packers, and it's not even just because I think that it's gonna be cold and the Dolphins are gonna be playing that. Although I do think it plays a factor. Um, I just think that the Packers are a better team. They're gonna be able to outscore the Dolphin offense, I think. Um, I don't think the Dolphins will be able to stop our run game, but I am worried if Jair doesn't play
Yeah, I was just
because
gonna say something actually about
of
Tyreek,
Tyreek.
man.
Yes. So and Waddle,
Yeah, that might be
um,
interesting.
Johnny Smith. He's been having some good
Yeah,
weeks.
he's been
You
doing
know,
good.
I am worried about that. I can't say I'm not, but um, I think I don't know. I have a good feeling about this. I think the Packers are finally starting to find their groove, and I think that
Mm,
49ers game, even though they did have a lot of injuries, that kind of maybe helped them put them more on track and have more confidence in themselves for, games coming up. So
yeah, they're having more stability on both sides of the ball. So I'll agree with the Packers, man. They're better. Simple.
yeah. Chiefs Raiders, I'm gonna have to go Chiefs. There's no explanation.
Yep, I will agree 100%.
Colts Patriots. I'm gonna
I,
go with the Colts. It's a
I,
feeling thing.
yeah, I'm gonna agree. I have the same feeling. Anthony Richardson has been playing better, and I don't know. I feel like the Patriots are kind of going downhill now. Like they were at the start of the year. I feel like the Drake May initial effect may be wearing off, and I just
Yeah.
think the Colts win.
Okay. Steelers Bengals. I'm gonna go or no, not Bengals. I'm gonna go Steelers. Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the Steelers. I agree.
Next game is Chargers Falcons.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I I might
I'm gonna
go
go
Chargers
Chargers.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chargers.
I think I kind of watched some of the Monday night game because I was busy, but they gave it to the Ravens. Like that game was relatively close. So I think the
Yeah.
Falcons are might be a little inconsistent, so they may have a down week, especially coming off of a bye. So I
Yeah.
think the Chargers win.
I think it's yeah. I think I thought about it too long. It's just the Chargers, I think.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Jets. I'm gonna go Seahawks. I think the Jets are losers, and they will continue to be because that's just who they are.
I 100% agree. I'm going the Seahawks as well for that reason. They're losers.
Texans, Jaguars. I'm gonna go Texans because I think the Jags are better than their
Yeah.
record, but still not good.
Yeah, I'm going Texans. The Texans are playing bad, but they're not playing as bad as the Jaguars. So
Yeah. Cardinals, Vikings.
I think I got to go Vikings. I mean, the Cardinals played horrible last week, and obviously I want them to lose, but I don't know. I'm not starting Kyler this week, so I hope the Cardinals get blown out. So Vikings.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You
just
got a feeling?
the feeling, and I want them to lose.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true. That
it's
is
like when
true.
you want your fantasy player to do good, so you got to
Right.
pick them for a parlay or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um,
I wouldn't mind if they
Titans,
lost.
yeah, Titans, Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders. I'm not gonna act like the Titans have a chance. No, they're gonna
Um,
win.
Buccaneers, Panthers. I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
I'm
It's
going
just so
Buccaneers
I
too.
don't know.
Yeah.
Panthers are also losers.
Yeah. Even though they almost beat the Chiefs, but I don't care.
Yeah. Rams, Saints. Rams,
Yeah, Rams. Yeah. I forgot about the Saints, but no.
Eagles, Ravens. Ooh,
Oh. This should be, I kind of hope it is a really good matchup because I feel like both teams kind of have like a really good running back, that kind of mobile-ish quarterback. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is nowhere near Lamar, but I don't know. I still like the Ravens though. I think they're a little more explosive than the Eagles are.
I agree. I think I'm gonna pick the Ravens as well. I will say though, Eagles, they're a sneaky 9-2.
I know.
You
I
know,
know.
like
I think they're on a 5-game win streak,
yeah,
something
like
like
and
that.
I don't know. I didn't think they were 9-2.
No, and we were talking about Sirianni might be getting fired. Like at one point, I'm pretty sure we said that.
Yeah. So
But is
who
that the
knows?
Sunday night game?
No, the Sunday night game is 49ers Bills,
Oh,
which
well,
I feel like isn't as good as it looks.
yeah, it would have been better. I mean, I didn't even know Brock Purdy was injured until like a
Yeah.
day before the game.
Then I
But
don't know that he's gonna come back for this game
no,
because he took
no.
himself out of practice on Friday.
Oh, I
He
didn't
like
know
couldn't
that.
throw. He couldn't even throw.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm going Bills. Even
Yeah.
if he
Same.
played, I feel like the 49ers are just not good this year.
Broncos Browns. Jameis did pull out for the boys last week.
He did in the snow. Who's home?
The Broncos.
The Bro- it doesn't matter, man. I like Bo Nix. I'm still in the Bo Nix Offensive Rookie of the Year campaign, so I'm going Broncos.
Me too. I gotta
Okay,
think Broncos as well.
okay.
So that's it. I mean,
That's
that's the
it.
Monday night game. So
All right. Well,
um,
that'll be a good game at least.
I'm not sure how long this episode was.
I know. I
Um,
feel like it might be a little longer than expected.
but also
Actually, I don't know.
shorter.
I forgot I forgot we cut out stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely shorter of the episodes. But we are on break. We're trying to make
I
it
know.
work. For
This is
all the
like
people that watch.
right. It's like a test run, of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
mobile. It's like I'm on my phone. I'm gonna be honest, but
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And
but
hopefully Connor is here the whole time next time. Doesn't double
yeah,
book on us.
yeah. Um, Crazy of him to say, "Are we still doing the podcast?" and then can't
I
do it
know.
at any time.
And then he has like a 45-minute window. And then he's like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't do it till later in the day. I don't know. This guy,
Um,
man.
he needs us there to hold him accountable. So
Yeah, and we'll do that.
when we get back next week, we're gonna have a banger of an episode. Rusty's
Yep.
picks will be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Um, and just recapping those real quick, actually, he's 2-0.
I know. Which
So
it's like he knew, man. It's like he knew.
yeah,
Maybe we can do a couple more picks too. We'll see.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
clearly he doesn't like the Bears. So
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
Um, yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Um, if you haven't already, subscribe and follow us on Spotify,
Hmm.
YouTube, TikTok, all at 220 takes.
Hmm.
Um, this is usually Connor's job, so
I know. That's why I'm being quiet.
um, also comment
Yep.
any maybe questions or things you want us to maybe add.
Yep.
Um, Next week we'll be back and better than ever.
Yeah. With a
Um,
strong episode.
Strong episode next week coming off Thanksgiving. We're going to be field for that next episode.
Mhm.
But yeah, anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, no, not really. I don't
I
know.
just feel lonely without Connor
I
here.
know. It's like
Um,
yeah, when it's not your job and you got to do something, it's like, man, I'm not gonna say he's necessary. Well, he's necessary for the podcast, but I'm not gonna say, he's
you
the
know, I
main
can,
star, but
I can do this easily.
right.
Not, I mean, we could do it without him.
Yeah, it's just, I don't
It's
know.
just like it's nice to have his company,
Yeah, it just feels a little different right now. I don't know.
yeah. But Connor, if you're actually watching the podcast, we miss you
Yeah, we do
already.
miss you. Um,
Um,
we couldn't do this without you. Uh, okay, maybe, but okay. Anyways, that's it,
um,
right?
yeah, that's it. Um,
I'm interested to see how this looks when it's posted, but
Me too. So I'll watch it back. We'll see. Don't hold anything against us if the audio is not good or the video is not good. We're trying our
right.
best here, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, sorry for the later episode, but that's all we have for you today. Um, I'm Evan,
I'm
always been
Chris.
Evan.
Still Chris, always Chris. No Connor.
Um, Thanks for watching.
Mm.
220 takes out.